Hey there, I'm Ray. And welcome to Sidelick Town. Today in Sidelick Town, we'll see what happens when Timmy and Patrick have to work together. And sort jobs between Kate and Oscar. But first, Billy has a present for Jeff. Tomorrow would be a very special day for Jeff. It would be his birthday. Everyone was excited and lots of licks wanted to get him a present. For the first time in his life, Billy thought extremely hard about what to get him. It needs to be something he doesn't expect, he pondered. But he wants it more than anything. At last, Billy had an idea. He rushed to the factory to purchase the gift. The next morning, he saw the others still setting up for the party. Billy spoke to Corey. Jeff is really going to like my gift, boasted Billy. I would think so, agreed Corey. What is it? It's too much of a secret, smiled Billy. You'll have to wait until later. Well, we're putting all of the presents in a pile over there. But Billy didn't go over to the pile. The present, he cried. I can't remember where I left it. We'll help you look then, offered Corey. What color is its gift wrap? Uh-oh, murmured Billy. I can't remember whether I wrapped it or not. I suppose just look around for a present. Just then, Jeff walked by. It's very nice of you to throw me a party, said Jeff. But where's everybody going? He asked. They aren't about to jump out and surprise me, are they? Not quite, shivered Billy. I lost a present I was going to give you, he admitted. They're looking for it with me. But it's going to be hard. I can't remember if I wrapped it, and I don't want to blow the surprise. Well, then I can wait at home, winked Jeff. How about you come and get me when everything's ready? Billy panicked as Jeff walked away. He checked his house. Not here, he groaned. He searched through the mountains. He drove to Little Lick City. He scoured the factory, but he didn't see anything. Finally, he checked the scissor yard. There was just too much rubbish. And when he heard a rumble, he scampered away. He returned to town to see the others empty-handed. We couldn't find a present, reported Arnold, or anything that could be one. Oh dear, whined Billy. I feel awful about having to tell Jeff I lost his present. I might as well tell him and you guys it's a... But then Billy spotted something in a cart. He raced over and eyed his wrapped-up present sitting in the basket. That was the cart I took it home in, he remembered. Now I can go get Jeff and we can start the party. And that's just what he did. They all had cake and Jeff started opening presents. But Billy asked him to save his for last. Ray gave him a toy sailboat. And Corey gave him his old crane. He finally opened Billy's. Wow, a notebook, cheered Jeff. I know how you love our adventures, began Billy. I also know you have a better memory than I do. But just to make it easier, you can write about life here and there. It can become a big storybook about you and your friends, he concluded. Jeff grinned. My first entry will be about how I almost didn't get such a nice present. Today, Oscar is helping his friend Kate prepare for his circus act. They have to move 3 loads. They want to deliver the balloons first. Kate likes balloons, but he'll be using them a lot for his act. So what do you think he'll do? That's right, he'll let Oscar take the balloons. Now there's a cart full of hats. Oscar likes hats, but he knows Kate won't be able to wear them for his act. What will Oscar do? Yes, he lets Kate take the hats. Now there's a cart of popcorn for everyone. Kate will be using popcorn in his act too. And Oscar will also buy some. Since this is the last load, what will they do? Yes, Kate and Oscar take the popcorn in together. I think the show will be very good, don't you? It was a fine day inside Lake Town. And this time of year there are lots of birthdays and parties. Which means you might catch some balloons as Lick send them downtown. This morning, Corey spoke to Patrick and Timmy. The last load of balloons we received was defective, complained Corey. They popped too easily, he explained. I'd like you all to return them. Yes, sir, said Timmy. Taking balloons can be fun, said Rick. Especially with us, added Pat. Timmy and Pat-Rick found the balloons and very carefully loaded them. They didn't want to set off any unneeded noises. I can take one of these carts to and from the factory in a minute, boasted Pat. I can do that with 2 carts, challenged Rick. Let's not try it, advised Timmy. These are fragile balloons, he reminded. We don't have time to goof off. But we do have time to be bossy, I see, grumbled Pat. Pat-Rick and Timmy pushed the carts along slowly through the scissor yard. Patrick started making spooky noises. Stop it, ordered Timmy. We have to work. Are you scared? Teased Patrick. Timmy just rolled his eyes. Suddenly he told the twins to stop the carts. You're going too fast, complained Timmy. We're going too slowly, groaned Pat and Rick. Better safe than sorry, said Timmy. I'll make sure the carts are okay. Rick spoke to Pat. Timmy is a really bossy lick, don't you think? Definitely, agreed Pat. He can't have any fun. Let's loosen him up a bit with a trick, Rick said slyly. Pat agreed, and they messed with the carts as Timmy was checking them. Pat and Rick each poked a balloon. And those balloons each hit a balloon that was next to them. In a few moments, 6 balloons had popped. Timmy jumped. He was startled. He stood back up to see Patrick laughing at them. They sang rude songs. Timmy just scowled. He stormed out of the scissor yard. Fine! Take the balloons back your way, he shouted. They'll just pop all over you. Pat and Rick were angry. Jeff and Corey were passing by, and they stopped to speak to them. Where's Timmy going? Questioned Corey. He can't take a joke, muttered Pat and Rick. We popped some balloons to scare him for being too bossy to us. Why was he being bossy? Asked Jeff. He just didn't want to have any fun, said Pat-Rick. Timmy's a nice and fun guy, said Jeff, but he also knows when to work. Maybe you should have taken the job a little more seriously, said Corey. Otherwise, you can laugh your way to the timeout bench. Pat and Rick agreed that Corey was right. Luckily, they saw Timmy at the factory. I guess we weren't focusing on work enough, admitted Pat. We'll behave if you will, offered Rick. Thank you, said Timmy. And I'll admit I was being a little bit bossy. These balloons are going to pop anyway, laughed Timmy. Let's have some fun. So Pat-Rick and Timmy jiggled the carts over to the factory door. Every few minutes, one would pop, which would make more of them pop. They were careful not to bump anything, but yet they still enjoyed it. We certainly won't do this with our next job, agreed Pat and Rick. But, said Timmy, we'll find some other way to enjoy it. So Timmy stayed more outgoing, and Pat and Rick stayed more serious ever since.